Yo, what's up, my fellow pimps, players, and hustlers? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I know I have not posted in a week. A lot of shit has been going on. So I'm gonna give you some updates on my life and what's been happening and talk about some important lessons of why I have been gone for a while and haven't been posting a lot that might be able to help you with your own journey. So, first things first, I've been feeling fucking incredible since I've been fixing my diet and focusing on taking out carbs during the day, and also focusing on just like having my gut test done and focusing on being able to take in foods that my gut actually likes. Now I'm no longer like getting inflammation. I'm no longer having low energy, which is awesome. And I've also been going to the gym, as you can see. Big boy Chief over here getting stacked, you know what I'm saying? I'm not actually that big, but I will be big in a few months. So stick around for that shit. And if I'm not big, talk shit in the comments so I feel bad, then I fucking do it. Cool. So I told you guys I might have a big announcement, and the next time I talk to you guys, that big announcement is that I just signed up with a client to do an affiliate deal where I'm going to get 30% of all new sales. And the reason it's 30%, which sounds a little high, is because they have a recurring revenue model where they get basically every person that signs up pays $100 a month. And so we're not going to do like, let's say someone stays for 3 months, they're not going to pay me 30% of each month. They're just going to pay me of the first month because it's just too much to track. Like, oh, this person stayed 5 months, this person stayed 2 months. When you have hundreds of people coming in, it's just way too much to track. And I'm not getting paid for their existing clients. It's only for new sales that come in. So, and also minus the cost of Facebook ads that I'm running for them. So yeah, so basically I took over all of their marketing operations because they had an agency that they were working with prior that they really didn't like. And I kind of just leveraged that. I like amplified their pain. I was like, look, this company's not doing a good job. They're giving you shit leads, which is causing my emails to not deliver as well because these leads suck. So just a lot of things where I was just like, let me just take over the whole operation so that I have everything full and seamless and smooth. So it's a lot of work for me to do up front. But because I'm getting 30%, I could start like pretty much with how much they're making right now on average per month, just organically, plus with the way the funnels are set up. They're getting about 100 sales a month. So when you minus Facebook ads and other stuff like that, I'm already guaranteed like almost $1,500 or $2,000 a month. But if I can ramp those numbers up, I'll be able to start getting like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month, which would be fucking crazy. And I don't want to talk too soon about that because again, that means I have to deliver. I don't like to give myself dopamine hits before I have actually accomplished something. So I'm not going to get too excited about that. But anyways, that's my big announcement. It actually worked out. The deal didn't fall through. And yeah, I'm glad I didn't put it out into existence. I'm glad I waited till it actually happened. Yeah, and so today's topic, the thing I want to talk about is deep work. So one of the things that I've really been focusing on lately is being really in the zone of deep work. Because I was talking with another guy in HU 2.0. He was saying he's having problems like focusing on deep work and being able to get a lot of things done. And I feel like a lot of people have this problem. They come to me and they're like, oh, I don't have enough time to do X, Y, Z, or I don't have this or that. And I'm like, well, okay, let me dissect your life. Like, let's see what you're doing. And they're like, well, I'm distracted. It's the same person who's always messaging on Discord. They're always answering questions on Discord. I'm just like, hold up. You obviously have time. You are just wasting your time. And so what I do when I wake up in the morning is I check my phone real fast. And then when I'm done with my phone, I put it away. I don't check it till like a few hours later in the day. I'm not looking at my phone throughout the day because deep work is like a muscle. Just like willpower is like a muscle. You have to train that muscle. So the more and more that you're doing certain things, sorry, let me explain the difference between deep work and shallow work, or some of you don't really fully know. So shallow work is doing things that don't require a lot of attention span. So it's like short, fast things like checking YouTube, looking at your email, making food, just super things that don't require a lot of thinking or creative thinking. Whereas like deep work is like writing emails, writing a page or a sales page, or doing some big project. Like that's deep work. And so the more that you do these fast-paced, short, shallow tasks, like checking your Instagram a bunch, checking Discord, always stopping to check this and check that, you're training your brain to have a short attention span. And so when you train deep work where you focus on, okay, I'm gonna focus for an hour, and not do anything else. Even if I don't accomplish anything in that hour, I am not going to get distracted and go look at something else. I'm only going to focus on this. And the more and more that you do that, the more and more you train that skill, the better you become. Whereas like for me, I'm able to replicate the ability to flow. Like I can flow really fast. It takes me a few minutes to get into a flow state to where like shit just starts coming out. Like I hop at the computer, it takes me a few minutes and boom, I'm already writing emails. Boom, I'm right into making a sales page. Boom, I'm right into reaching out to clients. Whereas some of you, it takes you 30 minutes to fucking get that shit started. And then after you start it, it's like next thing you know, a few minutes later, you're checking Discord or you're doing the next thing because you're bored. So you need to train your brain to enjoy the boredom, to enjoy the deep work, and not enjoy the quick dopamine hits that feel good. When you can do that, you're gonna be able to accomplish a lot more. Now, how do you do that? The key is, again, to train it every single day. Set a goal that when you're focused, you're gonna focus for 3-4 hours that day. Split it up, do an hour focus, 10-minute walk, come back, hour focus, 10-minute walk, come back. And then you can maybe check Discord for a little bit and then put that away, put your phone away, do it again. The more and more you build that skill, the better you're gonna be. Now, every day is not the same. Some days I'm a lot more on than others, and other days I'm not as on. Now, how do I get to that place? The big thing and the big problem that I think a lot of you guys have is that you're focused on getting the result. So when you don't have the result yet, you get disappointed and it's harder for you to focus, and you want to go and ask people like me or go in Discord and chat with different people to be like, hey, how do I fix this problem? And I'm sitting here thinking like, this isn't even a problem. Like what, like you're bringing a problem to me that you think is a problem. And I'm like, that's just my everyday life. Like that's normal. Why do you think that's a problem? And it's because you're so used to getting these quick hits that when you don't get the quick hit because you weren't rewarded, externally you weren't rewarded for the work that you did, it doesn't feel good. So for me, I'm really focused on skill development. I want to become really, really amazing at the skill that I'm doing. And so because of that, I put in work every single day to become a better copywriter. I put in work to get better results for my clients, and I put in work to get more clients. Whether those things actually happen does not matter to me. What matters to me is the pursuit of perfecting a skill, the pursuit of mastery. And if you can focus on that and quit focusing so much on trying to get the result right here, right now, if you were to focus on that, you would find that yes, some days you're going to be demotivated, but other days and majority of the days you're going to feel really good regardless of the result. And it's the same thing when you're trying to talk to women or you're trying to meet women. If you go out with the intention of like, I'm going to go meet some girl, and if I don't get a girl, I'm going to be depressed. Yeah, you're going to feel like shit. But if you just go out like, I'm just going to socialize with people and whatever happens, happens, and you start having a good time, you just focus on the process, you focus on putting in the work of what you're supposed to do, usually you do get the result. And if you don't get the result, you're not sad about it because you're like, awesome, I took action today. So there's some days where I'll reach out and I get like no prospects, like nobody responds to me. And there's other days where people are like, yeah, let's jump on a call. Yeah, send me your free value. Yeah, let's do this. And I have all these calls lined up and everything happens and I feel so good. And like, yes, I feel good in those days, but the days that that doesn't happen, I don't feel bad. And that's the difference between you and me. You guys feel bad when you don't get the result. And I like to liken it to a pendulum swing. So I like to think that life is very much likes balance and likes harmony. And so what happens is if you get really, really, like let's say a pendulum, when you swing it, right? It swings this way and then it automatically swings back this way. So yeah, what happens is basically the pendulum swings. So you get really, really hyped, right? And then what happens is when you don't get this result again, what's the counteracting swing that comes as the result of the pendulum? It comes back this way. So you feel really, really bad when you don't get this thing over here. Whereas like for me, when I get the result, I get a little bit of hype. I'm like, okay, cool. So then when I don't get the result, the resulting pendulum swing is back this way very, very lightly. And I think if you look at people that are really, really good at operating in the world and really, really good at executing things, they operate through the world in very like a neutrality type of mindset. And look at Andrew. Andrew Tate talks about this all the time. He's like, I don't ever really feel that sad, but I also don't ever really feel that good. I just kind of operate anyways. And that's how I feel. It's like I'm just moving through the world in neutrality. And occasionally I have blips of like good feeling and blips of bad feeling, but it's never like these massive swings. And I think most people operate on these big swings where they feel really, really good. And then the resulting pendulum swing is they feel really, really bad. And then that causes them to not want to take action because it's like some days they feel great, some days they don't feel great. And it's like this constant pendulum swing. Whereas like I'm more neutral. There's a little bit of fun and then a little bit of the other side. And if you focus on trying to become more neutral and trying to just focus on the process and focus on the skill development and the skill mastery, that's where you're going to find yourself feeling a lot better about the world. You're going to feel better about how you operate. It's going to put you in a mind state where you're really, really ready to actually execute and actually get results that you want. And then when the results do come, you're not even that worried. You got the results, awesome. You knew that was coming. Then you just keep executing. And that's how you really, really crush it in the world. So anyways, hope you really enjoyed this video. If you guys want to join Hustlers University 2.0, it's a place where you can learn how to make a lot of fucking money in crypto, DeFi, e-commerce, pretty much all money-making avenues in the 21st century, 2022. So basically, if you want to learn all that stuff, learn how I made money doing copywriting. I learned marketing. I learned how to make like $8,000 in my first 35 days. Now I'm at about like 11,000, 12,000. Yeah, so if you want to learn those skills and be in a community full of hustlers and people where you can learn lessons like that I'm teaching you right now, level up your mindset, just become a better fucking person overall, click the link in the description to join now, and I'll chat with you on the inside. Peace.